Hello, sports fans. This is Chris from the West Coast Sports Junkies, inviting you to join us as we talk sports. West Coast style. Get a local British Columbian perspective on the world of sports and beyond. Don't forget to subscribe to our show on podcasting platforms such as Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at West Coast Sport 9. Reach out to us by email at westcoastsportsjunkies@gmail.com. Find us on Instagram at west_coast_sports_junkies. If you have any suggestions, questions, or just want to get into it with us, Ty, Mike, and myself are always here to interact. Our slogan always is, sit back, crack a beer, and enjoy. Join us weekly for new episodes. Let's get into it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the episode number... What episode are we at?
50.
50, just like Mike's age. Episode Big 5. We're coming to you. Coming to you from West Kelowna. Next.
South Surrey, BC.
Burnaby.
Cabo San Lucas, Mexico.
Oh, it's the international episode here of the West Coast Sports Junkies. First time we have somebody outside of the beautiful borders of our beautiful country, Canada. But you know what? Since you're in Mexico, Ty, and it's episode 50, I thought I'd keep it simple. And I got this especially for you.
Great choice.
Crack that. What do you? Oh, we gotta know. So cheers to Ty. Cheers to episode 50 to the boys here. We gotta know, what is Ty drinking tonight?
So tonight I'm actually drinking a Dos Equis. I've been drinking Corona all day. Golf earlier today, beautiful day, played a decent round of golf, but yeah, I was drinking Coronas. The only thing I have in my room though, in my mini bar, is good old Dos Equis, which is also a great beer. But yeah, cheers to you guys. Episode 50, big episode. Got a lot to get into here tonight. But Mike, what do you got? Drink in your cup there. Sorry guys, I'm a little.
Are you drunk already?
I had the shakes this morning. I lost my voice yesterday. I'm a little disheveled, but I'm here, right?
Can I take a guess before Mike goes? Mike, you got bear grease to drink tonight?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I got bamboo rum. It's a celebration tonight, so I'm gonna go with this fancy new rum I found. That I found out my neighbor is actually the guy that imports this stuff. So that's what I'm going with tonight in our 50th episode.
Very
also,
nice.
I got about 6 chocolate chip cookies here from our friend Christine Cerisi. She gave us all some cookies, and so thank you to her. She was actually our big winner for the Canucks game on Sunday.
Chicken Marie,
awesome.
right?
Yeah,
Very nice.
and I had you guys' cookies, but I can't get them to you because I'm. In
Don't
South
eat
Surrey.
my cookies. I like those cookies.
I won't. Don't worry.
Okay. What about you, Dan? What do you got on the go tonight?
Well, you know what, Govik, I'm glad you asked, because I believe you owe some shots. And instead of a drink, I've got my shot glass here. I got my Terramana tequila, and I'm ready to cheers to you when you are ready to take any of those shots.
Oh, okay, good, because that'll be next week. So keep waiting.
Okay. Well, I'm sure
Definitely.
Ty is in the drinking mood in Mexico, so I got some tequila to keep your mood going.
Ooh.
Hope you get through the rest of the night.
I'm actually doing no shots today.
Oh yeah,
Taking a little breather for the previous few nights.
famous words.
Dan, you and I are not going to be doing shots alone. They're the two on vacation.
I know, right? Ridiculous.
Oh,
But
come on.
Mike, I'm sure you'll can be easily persuaded to cheers me.
I'm drinking straight rum, man. Cheers.
Perfect.
Mike, I've actually had a few Bacardi Cokes in your honor down here.
Oh, nice.
The last few nights.
Yeah.
A little disappointed they didn't have any Crown at the resort. So it's a big problem. But they do have a Canadian Club. but we're in Mexico, right? So I've been drinking a lot of tequila, a lot of reposados, and obviously a lot of beer. But
Do you
yeah.
think that we would all have a good time down there, the boys?
Oh my God, absolutely. It's unreal, man. The bars, the golf, the pool parties.
Is
It's
there a
dangerous.
pool? Is there pool volleyball?
Oh yeah, it's dangerous
Oh.
in terms of you got to pace yourself. One of our friends that's down here, I had to put him to bed at about 6 p.m. yesterday. He missed dinner. He missed the night out.
Yeah, but
he woke up
that's
about
typical for him though.
he woke up at about I think it was about 11 last night, and then he met us in the lobby at 1:30, which I don't really remember completely. But anyways, yeah, no, it's good times. It's a lot of fun down here. Great weather, great scenery. Yeah, we should definitely do a boys trip, Mike, to answer your question.
Let's plan it out. So the BBI, let's do a Mexico one.
Oh, that would be unreal. Yeah, we played Palmilla Golf Course. It was beautiful. We had to rent clubs because we didn't bring our clubs down. It took a little while to get used to them, but I shot an 89, which isn't bad, with a 9 on 18. Really screwed my round up, or I would have had like a mid-80s round. Trav a 97. But yeah, it was really windy. But yeah, of course, it's obviously beautiful shape.
Yeah, it looked beautiful from the pictures, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, so what's going on in the sports world? Obviously, I've been on Twitter a little bit and seen some things, but Kovac, what happened with the Canucks?
Well, they made a couple moves. They got rid of Hamnick. Apparently, it was a cancer in the room. That's all coming out now. For a third round pick to Ottawa. Don't really. I mean, that was a pretty. I mean, that's like
how do you get a third rounder for him, and then get into the next
Ottawa,
trade?
Ottawa. Oh, hold on. There's that.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
But there's the
that's
whole.
What I was gonna say.
Well, the whole reason they got the third round pick is so that they could acquire another defenseman from Toronto for that third round pick, right? So they did that. What's his name again? I don't even remember his name.
Travis Dermott.
Dermott, yeah. So they picked him up, and then all this talk about Mott, and then nothing but a fourth round pick. Oh well, you can't win them all. I got to say,
Mott is no longer in the box, eh?
No. What are you getting at there?
Remember Mott in the box? Lazarus? Come on, man.
Mott?
I remember Mike.
I remember Mike. It was good. It was a good one-liner.
What do you got? Wet brain over there?
Yeah, he forgot his what he was repeating. Mott's in the box.
I had a good ring to it. Mott's in the box.
I don't remember at all.
Oh my god!
When was this?
Last episode.
Mott in
You
the
might
box.
have been drinking a little bit.
Who was saying Mott in the box?
Me. You said it first, and then I'm like, I like the ring of that. Mott's in the box.
Oh yeah. I think I kind of remember now. Anyways, yeah, okay, so that's that was all that really happened with the knuckleheads.
Overall, I wasn't thrilled with that. With their death. I wanted to see some more moves.
Yeah, but there's time. I think also, okay, so that the last 3 games have obviously not been good. But I think they wanted to, they didn't want to do any of the big dismantling right now. They'll play out the rest of the season and do the assessment and see what happens. They still could possibly make the playoffs. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know. So they could make the playoffs. That game that we're going to is the last game of the season in Edmonton. That could come down to making the playoffs or not. So we'll see, right? But they need to definitely put up a better effort than the last 3 games. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was tough to watch. One of those is my fault probably because I went last minute, the Detroit game.
Their worst outing against the worst possible defensive team in the league.
But I think it's just they've ran out of steam, man. They had to work so hard and to make up for that horrible start, and they've turned it around and done that, made it exciting to watch. For most of the season after, like I said, the terrible start. So. I think they just ran out of gas. It's so hard to make up ground too. Yeah, on these teams. So
it is, isn't it?
I think a couple of things about the trades that I guess I'll bring up is the Hamnick deal. You know, when after the trade deadline, I was kind of upset, like you, Ty, that I thought we were going to do a lot more. We were talking like Besser and some big moves that never really happened. Hamnick goes away, and then after I sort of thought about it and the Mott trade and everything, I think it was actually pretty good. Like we got away with Hamnick. We have nothing, no financial ties to him anymore. Everything's cut, clean, done. We get a 3rd round pick for him. Mott, I'm like, what, a 4th rounder, really? In 2023? I thought we'd get something, at least a 2nd
little
round
more,
or something
right?
for him for like he's a bottom 6 forward there. And but then when you think about it, his contract's up. He's a UFA. We could have got nothing for him at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Heard he wanted 2.5, and I don't think Vancouver wanted to go anywhere near that. And it kind of shows that, like, the new sort of GM and president, they're not going to pay these bottom sixers, what do you guys call it? The 4x4 with the trade deal.
Yeah.
No trade clauses, right? So
those days are
exactly.
done.
Yeah.
Those days are done. As you can see, by doing that, that proves to us that those days are no longer happening. Where you're spending $10 million on
for sure. And
bottom 3 line.
For sure. I was happy we were sellers. So yeah, let's put it that way. We weren't buyers. We didn't do anything stupid like we would normally be worried about under Mr. Benning. So yeah, all in all, I would say it was semi-positive there.
What do you guys think of Giroux going to the Panthers? Do you think the Panthers are going to take it this year?
They're definitely one of the favorites. They got everything you need, right? The goaltending.
Yeah, I think they just got a lot more talented too, man.
Solid D. They just added, and they're already super talented. They had a lot of young guys. They've drafted and rebuilt so well over the years. They have so much talent coming up there too, which lets them be able to do things like the Giroux trade, which is obviously a rental, but he could be a big piece of the puzzle there. I wouldn't be surprised if they're at least in the Eastern Finals.
Yeah, for sure. And just one more notable I want to make a point of, because I'm a huge fan of the guy, is Troy Stretcher. He got traded again. He went from Detroit, who was like not even making the playoffs this year, to a contender, to the LA Kings. They're probably for sure going to be in the playoffs, and they got a chance, man. So I always like him because he gave my son a puck. So I'm always rooting for him.
So, Ty, I know you're in Mexico, but we're being flooded here, absolutely flooded, with the news of the Giordano trade to Toronto. Holy fuck.
Boy.
You have no idea. It's on they've analyzed it on TV. Like every time I turn around, I see a picture of him on TV. It's like, shut the fuck up, Toronto already. Okay. But yeah.
They still don't have a goalie, right? Like everyone thought they might. Like they still have Campbell and Mrazek, right? They didn't make a move for a goalie.
Well, they put Mrazek on waivers.
Oh, really?
Or no, they put the other one. Or is it Mrazek or the other one? They put somebody on waivers.
I don't think it would have been Mrazek. But anyways, yeah. And speaking of goalies, Marc-Andre Fleury, who I've always been a fan of from the Pittsburgh days, and then the face of the Vegas Knights in their first season, traded to the Wild.
Why does he keep getting shuffled around like crazy? Is it his money he's getting paid?
Well, yeah, and I mean the Chicago's out of it, so that bolsters the Wild a little bit there. Who do they have? Talbot. So now they bring in another guy like him to compete and hopefully go on a playoff run with, right? Done it before many times.
He's gonna look weird in that Minnesota jersey, man.
Yeah, it's crazy though. You're right, Mike. It's his 4th team now? 3rd since leaving Pittsburgh.
It's crazy.
It is. Like I really thought Toronto were one of those teams to try and make a move for him.
I thought Edmonton was going to try and get him.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine Edmonton with Fleury?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. Doesn't make sense to me why they didn't trade for a goalie at this point still.
Or aren't they like way up against the cap, and then they would have to like put some big name in a trade?
No, not big. They only have a few big names. Everybody else is expendable to me.
Yeah, there's so many things, man, teams can do.
Because Fleury's contract is not cheap. It's not like
No, but as a GM, if you can bring a guy like that in, you make it work. You can figure it out. Like there's so
Oh,
many
for sure.
loopholes.
Yeah.
Even like in the playoffs, like look what the Lightning did with Kucherov. You know, put him on long-term IR, and then when he comes back for the playoffs, he doesn't count against the cap. All these like little tricks they do. But
Yeah,
anyways,
what a little shit that was.
I know.
Yeah, so I thought that the Canucks were going to be way more aggressive. I don't know. I heard that they didn't even ask Halak if he's willing to remove his no trade clause. It was just they were shopping him.
Well, and he had not done anything to help his cause to even look attractive to another team lately. He's been terrible. I was really disappointed. I actually liked that signing when they did that in the summer.
But we all liked last year's signing too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
True, for sure. And then, like you said, the draft's coming up, which is always the time you see a lot of moves happen. We might see something with Besser or whoever. They'll have better ideas with contract negotiations and all that stuff. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
So, something coming into this trade deadline. Do you know that there were two teams tied for the most trade deadline trades in the NHL? You know who those two teams were? Take a guess.
No.
Pittsburgh and Vancouver.
Yes. How did you know that?
I just always traded with Pittsburgh for some fucking stupid reason, man. I don't know.
They're the highest active two teams on the trade deadline ever. 66 trades over the last since their
That's pretty surprising.
I didn't think it would be Vancouver. We never used to make deals on that. Well, we used to.
So what do you boys think? I think a week ago we were a point out of the playoffs or the wild card, and we had played some teams that we should have beat, and we didn't.
Yeah.
Now I think we're 4 points back. We got a crazy tough road trip ahead of us. Yeah. Tomorrow night we're playing Colorado, and then it's like top teams from there out. I think 7 games in a row or something like that. At what point are we going to start sitting some of these starters and bring in some of the youngsters to see how they're going to do?
Yeah, I mean, they have to go 13-5 or something like that. It's some crazy record they have to finish the season off with, or otherwise they don't even have a chance.
Yeah, and that's just like you said, to give them a chance. I don't even guarantee it. They do need a lot of help as well. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't give them much of a chance, but we've said that before, and they go on a crazy run. I mean, I would like to see some of the younger guys come up. I'm pretty sure that will happen. I don't think they'll like just sit anyone, but if say Pettersson's been playing on a hurt wrist, maybe give him the rest of the year off or something, because there's some rumors about that, but I'm sure there'll be some guys called up and we'll see some young guys.
Yeah, he's clearly injured. Something's bugging him there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, Canucks. Well, hold on. What happened with Mr. Russell Wilson there, Ty? I heard he's first of all, his like speech when he got accepted into the Broncos organization was so cliche and stupid. But anyways, what else is he doing? What's he doing now?
Actually, today I saw he posted, maybe yesterday or today, posted a video. It looks like it's in LA or something. And I think he flew in a couple of Denver receivers and they're already throwing, which is super sickening to look at. Pisses me off again. But and even with the Seahawks, there was a lot of talk. John Schneider and Pete Carroll spoke in the media this week, and it was all, according to them, it was all Russell, and Pete said he did everything he could do to try and convince Russ to stay, and then try and make it work. But I don't know, man. It looks like we're going to be going forward with Drew Lock as our QB1 unless something crazy happens here with Baker Mayfield or something like that. But Dan, why don't you break down a few of the big trades in the NFL? Been a crazy week.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, the dominoes have been falling ever since. Obviously, Rodgers signed his mega contract. Russ got traded. And it seems every other day a new quarterback is going somewhere else. Deshaun Watson, out of nowhere, he was, really focusing more on New Orleans, the Panthers, and then suddenly out of left field, Cleveland comes and just signs him.
Mhm.
Definitely, they threw the bank for sure. Not only did they sign him, they gave up multiple draft picks. 3 first round,
Yeah.
couple of second rounds, and third rounds. Not only that, they extended his contract to a $230 million fully guaranteed contract, and the guy hasn't even played all year.
That's
That
wild.
to me is insane.
And he could still be suspended
Yeah,
by the NFL.
yeah.
For
He could be suspended. Obviously there's a lot of off-field situations, and there's the player's conduct. So he could be on the commish could be given a little tap on the wrist. Maybe he gets a 10-game suspension. Imagine that. But then after
man, it's crazy.
Did you see that thing that Ty sent about how Cleveland got Watson to sign with them?
No, what did you say?
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna send it to you guys. It's so funny.
Do you remember what movie is it? Rush Hour?
Chris Tucker?
Yeah.
When he goes into the massage parlor.
The Asian massage parlor. They open up the door and there's like 50 Asian women. He's like, "Oh, these are all for me." And they're like, "Yeah, you can have anyone you want." He's like, "I want that one. I want that one.
It's like,
I want that one.
Take that one. That one.
Oh, it is hilarious. Govik, you gotta watch it. It's all over like NFL memes on Instagram.
Oh, I'll have
It's
to find it.
too funny. But then, I mean, it didn't stop there. So then Matt Ryan, you thought he would be retiring in Atlanta with the Falcons, and suddenly he goes to the Colts. So that was a pretty big, bold move for the Colts. I mean, I honestly, my personal opinion, it's not a big upgrade from Wentz. He's decent, but still, he has fallen off the map since he got embarrassed in the Super Bowl. The famous 28-3 comeback. Ever since then, he's gradually just declining. No, so
hasn't been the same.
I don't know. We'll see. Again, I think if anything, he is somewhat of a better decision maker than Wentz was. So,
For sure.
time will tell. I think it's just a plug for the Colts, but based on what is out there, they did pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So that definitely leaves, as Russ is no longer cooking in Vegas. Mike, what do you think about this? There's going to be some baking happening in Seattle with Baker Mayfield.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I think I said, just talking football right now just makes me really upset. So my mother always taught me if I don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I'm just gonna shut up.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Mayfield just coming to Seattle if we had to give up literally nothing, like maybe like a 7th round pick or whatever, just to have him compete with Drew Lock or whoever else. If Geno Smith comes back, I'm not too sure what's going on there, but yeah, I don't know. And he's there's not a lot of places left for a QB now. So
right now it's only like Carolina. The Panthers are not really impressed with Sam Darnold. So yeah, Seattle's the only other option.
And then, Mike, some big news in the Seahawk front. Obviously, we've made a few signings here or there, but the big one that I thought you'd be happy about is Rashad Penny coming back.
Yeah, I am definitely happy about that. That's one positive so far that's happened here. We only signed for a 1-year deal, but whatever. I like that too because it's kind of prove yourself every year, right? And we'll
definitely.
see.
And apparently, he turned down extra money
elsewhere.
He turned down money elsewhere to stay with the Seahawks, which I like.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to cut myself short here and take off for a bite to eat. But
hang on, before you go, I want to get your thoughts on one thing, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Did you hear that the CFL is thinking about going to 4-down football?
Yes.
What do you think?
Oh, I did not actually see that. I think it might save the CFL if they do that. I think that'd be good. Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll let you leave with that comment, and then when you leave, we'll talk behind your back on how wrong I think we are. We think you are.
Perfect. All right. Adios, amigos.
All right. See you, man.
All
Don't
right,
drink
ciao,
too much.
buddy.
Ciao.
So yeah, four downs for the CFL. I don't know. I think it. You know what? They should do a study, and whatever works, they should do to make it more engaging. But I mean, the three downs is what makes it, you know,
The Canadian way, right?
the Canadian way. Yeah,
And I don't think you're going to increase scoring by going four downs.
No,
Or, like the one thing that Canadian football has over the NFL is they say it's a wide open game and it's more passing, you
Yeah.
know, because you have to get there. But no one wants to watch, 1-2 punt, 1-2 punt. You know,
and that's what they're trying to get rid of, right? Is the
Yeah.
1-2 punt.
And they want to see scoring increase. And in the last, I think, 4 or 5 years has been decreasing.
Yeah.
And I just don't think four downs is the way to go. I think you keep the three downs, but make the field shorter. You know, they have the 250-yard line things, and
Yeah.
the end zones are
Huge.
well. Why don't you cut cut it by 10 yards, the field, so there's only 150.
Yeah.
Leave the end zones bigger. That would still keep keep it a throwing game, but you don't have, as far to go.
Yeah, the 110-yard thing is, you know what though? That is okay because the field's wider too. It's a lot wider than the NFL field, right?
Yeah.
So you leave it wide, you cut it to 100 yards, and I don't know, do a study on it. Do feel it out somewhere and do four downs if you want to try it. I don't know.
The fan base that they do have love the Canadian football, right?
Yeah.
And they like my uncle, a couple of my uncles are an example. They love Canadian football. Say it's a way better game because of the passing and it's more wide open, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose that. I think if you go to four down football, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
you're
that's
those
you're gonna lose those fans, but those are your only fans or the old.
But maybe
guys.
you won't. Who knows? I think you might if you have it. But if you have more of a homogenized game with the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, the problem is that your uncles and that generation are the only fans. There are no young fans of the CFL.
They're definitely not appealing to much. They blame, like the CFL teams I'm hearing are blaming COVID. I think that COVID could have been a huge opportunity for the CFL because remember when this whole COVID thing happened in like March? It was like around spring break, a couple of years back. And then the next thing we had was CFL football. Had they just come out and maybe thought outside the box, I don't know if they weren't allowed or whatever, but played without fans in the stadiums, and there's nothing to watch on TV. So I would have been tuning in. Everyone would have been tuning in,
Yeah, but it's a gate-driven. It's a real gate-driven league, though. That's the problem, right? Like
they don't have the the sponsorships and the TV rights like the NFL does. They need to have the concession. They need to have the gate tickets in order to pay the salaries. So it's not as big as in terms of the NFL, where you can have a 100,000 stadium empty and you're going to do fine because you have all those TV rights. But in terms of Mike and your comparison, I think the big reason why there is talks of the CFL doing this is because the XFL is being resurrected by The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And his plan is to collaborate and sort of join, if possible, the CFL and the XFL together to be a farm league for the NFL. And if you guys look at anything that The Rock does, anything he touches turns into gold. So he's obviously headliner in the movies. He's come out with his own tequila. He's got now his own energy drink, Zoa, which is off the charts in the US, not here in Canada yet. And now he's going and he bought the XFL. So
he's familiar with the CFL. He played in the CFL.
He played for the Calgary Stampeders
under Wally Bonham.
Yeah.
So what, you think the CFL wants to be more like them, like the XFL?
No, I think The Rock is pushing for the CFL to sort of adapt and change their rules to be more similar to the NFL. Because his plan for the XFL is to be a feeder into the NFL. That teams would be almost drafting players from the XFL. So if you don't,
like the American Hockey League,
if you don't make the Seahawks and you're playing on the practice squad, well, I mean, what happens when you're not playing? There's like 50 guys that are only there for practice. well, they could be going down to the XFL. The season is going to be not at the same time, I don't believe. So you're going to be able to probably play in the XFL on those teams and maybe get,
Paid.
more, get paid. You're going to get more practice. You're going to actually see the field. And who knows, maybe there's some practice players that other teams in the NFL would have never gotten a chance to see. And they're like, hey, how many players get signed from practice squad? Every year, someone gets hurt in the preseason or training camp, and the next guy up comes in from the practice squad and ends up being a star.
Yeah, true. Well, I just hope he's thought this through, because the XFL's failed a few times now.
Well, I mean, it's been more of a gimmick thing because of like whatever Vince McMahon and the owner of wrestling and making it, more of like a production than actual sport.
Wasn't Trump involved at some point in time?
I don't believe he was
No,
probably not in that. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I want to see. Hopefully, they do something to help.
I don't know when was the last CFL game that you saw in person. Was given tickets through work, and I went. It was 4th row, 50-yard line, and I left after the first quarter.
What's wrong with you?
It's boring. It was worse than high school.
Oh fuck!
Come
on, man. Have a beer.
Better
50-yard line. With the cheerleaders.
I did. And it was freezing cold in that place.
BC Place?
BC Place. They don't turn on the heat. They can't afford to.
When the hell did you go? It's summertime.
This past season.
Oh, really? I haven't been since pre-COVID to a Lions game.
Well, mind you, it was like November, so I guess that's why it was cold. But still,
it's November, Dan.
Still.
Well, I hope they need some good marketing. They need to get a video game, or they need to become a part of the Madden video game somehow. You can, like with FIFA, you can go through all the leagues. Why can't the CFL be one of the leagues you can scroll through and use it in the video game and play a 3-down game? Get people into it on the video game. See how that works. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't play video games. I don't know.
Yeah, but lots of people do.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's a good marketing tool.
Yeah.
All the kids now play Madden. That's why so many people are into football. So many of the kids are into football, right?
Yep.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens, but be nice to see something relevant happen with the CFL. Be nice to see. It's an old league. It's older than the way older. The Grey Cup has been around for how long? Like 100+ years?
Yeah, 115 or something like that.
Yeah, stop eating those in front of us, man. Don't do that. Man. That's not fair.
Thank you, Christine.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, chicken. But I haven't got mine yet.
They slayed the dragon! The brilliant best of Luka Modric is just too good for Scotland. Mario Mandzukic pounced, and England are hurt. Touchdown Seahawks!
All right, it's that time of the week, folks, where we do our lock of the week, our Bodog best bets segment. Don't forget to go onto our website, www.westcoastsportsjunkies.ca, to sign up for Bodog. Bodog will match up to $400 of your first initial buy-in. So please, the link is on our website. Scroll down to the Bodog emblem, click, and that's how you can get to the link to log on and to sign up. So for the Bodog lock of the week, for me, the Bodog best bet, I am going to take Team Canada, who is playing, Muchacho, this one's for you, Costa Rica on Thursday night, and I believe it's a home game. for Costa Rica, so they have the advantage. But it's Canada plus 145. That's my best bet. Take Canada to win. They've been doing nothing but winning lately. They're going to have a really strong outing there against the Costa Ricans, and it's an away game, and you know how they play with a chip on their shoulder. Take Canada to win. Dan, what do you got?
Well, Govik, I think you guys are talking about, the Canucks being in a little bit of a slump the last 3 games. And so it is time, I think, for the Black Cloud to make an appearance. And I am going to take the Dallas Stars as my lock of the week. If you think that was a couple of weeks ago, I think they were playing the Rangers. And I said, guaranteed Rangers are going to win. They lost. I think it was Calgary, 11-game win streak to continue. I said guarantee Calgary lost. So the Black Cloud is back. Dallas, lock it. And let's hope the trend, we can change these tides for our Canucks here.
Okay, so the reverse psychology bet by Mr. Fernandez.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how that works out. Mike, who do you got? What's your lock of the week? What's your bet of the week?
All right, my lock of the week, I'm going to go with UFC this week. It's a UFC fight night, and last week was amazing fights. All the fighters got bonuses because they were such a great card. And this time, I'm going to go with Kaya Kara France. He's fighting Askar Askarov, and he's an underdog in this fight. He's a plus 265. Kaya Kara France knocked out Kobe Garbrandt in his last UFC pay-per-view. Looked phenomenal. I think he's going to bring the pace, and he's got it in him. He can take down this Russian dude and get the W.
So Askarov, I mean?
Yeah.
Askar, lots of ass there, man. He's going to get his ass kicked.
Yeah, maybe.
We shall see. Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
Mike, I think we got a bandana we can send him, or at least get Trav to bring it back from Mexico.
The ass man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks, those are your bets of the week. And you know what? I might even say, Mike, we should get Alan to come on and just do a shot after that Costa Rica loss. Just one shot. Hey, muchacho, if come do a shot with us on the show, just for to cry in your tears there, or to drown in your tears there. We should do that. We should try that. So
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be fun. He's not really one to drink though, but
oh no. Of course not. No, he's not. But I'd like to see him on the show taking a shot with us for Canada's win. So
yeah.
All right, everyone. That's our show for the week 50, episode 50. Don't forget to go to our website at www.westcoastsportsjunkies.ca to find all of our beautiful content there. There's links to YouTube, to the show. Obviously, don't forget to click on the subscribe button on YouTube if you're watching us on YouTube. If not, subscribe to us on all the other podcasting platforms such as Anchor and Spotify and all that stuff. We're everywhere. We go everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying, Mike?
I don't know where you're going with this, man.
And that's it. That's our show for this week, episode 50. So until the next episode, see you later.
Goodbye.